Hello, YouTube, and welcome to episode 3 of Attraction Faction. My name is Tyler.
I'm Katrina.
And this is our comprehensive look at theme parks and attractions. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Easter eggs that they have at the ranch in Disneyland.
And we're going to have lunch at Cochina Cucamonga.
We're going to check out some frozen fun at Disney's California Adventure.
Then we're going to have a little snack at Alfresco Tasting Lounge.
Go have dinner at Steakhouse 55.
And then we're going to give you a little look at the Springfield at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yeah. So first off, today, when we checked it out on Saturday, they were setting up for some filming for America's Funniest Home Videos. And that is going to be happening this Saturday, I suppose. Here's some lighting and stuff. We don't really have many details on it, just something we thought we should share. And we also haven't looked at the back of the castle yet with the new decorations. So here you go. I think I kind of like it. It's nice and sparse. I think that's a nice thing. And we also, when we went to go back here, we saw the Pearly Band performing.
And now we're going to go to the Easter eggs. Here's some new additions that we didn't get to see. And then also the Beauty and the Beast stained glass. Here's some more additions to it.
Yeah, our same friend Ray here was working on the egg again. And he was telling us about all how there's the different colors he has to mix and just how much time it takes to do it.
Yeah.
You can see he's also working on a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head here, which probably would have been pretty cool, but we didn't get to see it because now the Easter stuff is over, unfortunately.
Yeah, sadly it's over, but he did say that I think he's going to try to do smaller eggs next year because these are taking a lot of time.
Yeah, and as you can see, he's working really hard on them. But some other new Easter eggs this week were this Steamboat Willie Easter egg. I loved this one. I love anything with the black and white Mickey Mouse. And also the Skyline Mickey Mouse, I would call him, I guess.
And then you have Sebastian.
Yeah,
He's also
kind of 3D. And some Tiki guys from the Tiki Room, of course.
And Tinkerbell, of course.
She's all glittery. You love your glitter.
Of course.
Yep.
And then also Rapunzel's mom. I always forget her name.
Mother McGothel. I'm butchering it. Gothel, yeah.
Here's a little close-up of Thumper and the fur.
Yeah, he actually had real fur on there. It was pretty cool. And also Cinderella's, this was another great one. I love this. That was really nicely done. Cinderella's carriage.
And Lady and the Tramp.
Of
Look
course,
at her eyes.
a Disney
She's
classic.
older.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, and this is the Mara from Indiana Jones Adventure, of course.
And then Sisterly Love from Frozen, Anna and Elsa.
Yeah, I thought they were all pretty great. I love all the Easter eggs. Next off, we headed over to California Adventure for some lunch. We couldn't figure out what to do, and we haven't been over to Cochina Cucamonga, so we decided to head over to the Pacific Wharf. This area, it has a few different food options, and we just decided on Mexican today. What did you think about the menu options?
The menu options are pretty good. I mean, the gluten-free options are pretty good. Instead of flour tortillas, they can do corn. And then also there were, you can do tacos and then the chicken, I believe. Everything else you can't.
Right,
you can't do for gluten-free.
They used beer in some of their marinades, so that was a no-go for some of the beef, the carne asada. Here's the menu.
Yeah, you could do the burrito without the tortilla, she said, and she'll give you the other ones. The tamales have flour, so no tamales.
Yeah, that's true, too. No tamales, yeah. Well, I had a tamale, but you could not have one.
Yeah.
And, I have to say, I don't know if it was my favorite. I've never eaten here before. But here's your tacos.
Here are my tacos. I got one steak, one chicken, refried beans and rice. It comes with like a kind of like a fajita mixture in it, so it was okay. A little overly seasoned, but not that bad for a good little lunch.
Right, and I like that they give you all the fixins for it and everything. You already took a bite.
Yeah,
We were
I was too hungry.
Yeah, nom nom. But anyway, I got the carne asada and chicken tamale, and I got flour tortillas with it. And I thought everything was good except for the carne asada. As you can see, it's kind of flipped over like that. The more I think about it, the more I think that just means, it's really chewy. That's what I think that translates to, and that's what it was. It was really hard to eat. It was like shoe leather, but I thought the rest of it was pretty good. I would go back again and not get the carne asada. But next off, we decided to check out Frozen Fun because it was the last weekend for some of this stuff, and it was the last weekend for Freeze the Night. But however, we hear that these things, like for the first time in forever, and Olaf's Snowfest are going to be sticking around for a little bit longer. So if you haven't seen these things yet, don't worry about it. But still, we decided to go check out Olaf's Snowfest because we have not really been over there very much. And as you can see, they did a beautiful job theming the whole area. What do you think about it?
I mean, when I remember this first opened, I just walked in and was like, wow, it looked really cool, when you just walk in, you just see this whole little area with the frozen fountain and the snowflake up on top for the lights.
Right.
It's really cool to bring your, just to do stuff in there.
And as you can see, they have a little shopping center there, and on the other side, they have some food areas where you can, kind of like the decorate your own Easter cookies, they have a decorate your own Olaf. And they have this beautiful cupcake.
That's for the new Disney short for Frozen.
Right, Frozen Fever. And they also had this cute little cup of vegetables that looks a little like somebody we know. I'm not sure who, but yeah.
Definitely a way to eat your vegetables.
Yeah, try and get the kids to eat those vegetables. And here you can see is the snow area. Unfortunately, it's more like an ice area a lot of the time, I feel like. You can see these little kids are having kind of a hard time. But
yeah, if you see the workers in the back, they're trying to lift up the should be snow, but it turns to ice.
Right. They have people working all day to try and keep that stuff kind of from being compacted. But they also have this, and here you go. They've got some workers adding some more snow. I thought Elsa did this.
Right.
But I guess this is...
She's probably too busy.
Yeah, Elsa's too busy doing sing-alongs and doing autographs right now. But, here you go.
We showed up around, 5 o'clock or so? So they kind of shut everything down for a little while so they can redo the snow, and then so people can come in.
Right. And they're also, you can meet Olaf, of course, and they also have one bit of entertainment called the Troubadours, and they come out and tell a little story. They interact with the audience.
Oh, man. Never forget the golden rule.
So yeah, that was the Troubadours, and they like I said, they interact with the audience. They call people up to help tell their story, and they choose different animals, and they make different sound effects to correspond with those animals. It's very cute. They had a great time.
Yeah, check out the full video that's going to be on our YouTube channel.
That's right. It's going to be up there. It's already up already, so check it out. And of course, every once in a while, Elsa brings the snow.
I thought this was really cute.
Yeah.
Because all the little kids started freaking out over it.
Right.
And now we're heading over to the Alfresco tasting terrace just to get, kind of just relax and go in our own little Serenity area and just get a glass of wine or beer and a little snack.
Yeah. And it's a pretty small little area, but it always has seating pretty much, and they just have a few little appetizers, and they also have wine and beer, just a few beers, but mostly wine. And they have McMurray Ranch, Kurt Russell's, different things like
Gogi.
That. Yeah, Gogi, I think is the Kurt Russell one. And today we got the Bruschetta Appetizer, and of course, I do not have a gluten allergy, so it usually comes with 5. They gave me my bruschetta on 1 plate, and it's flattened bread, just tomato, basil, a little bit of cheese, and some olive oil, and it's delicious.
And here's mine. The what's his name was just so amazing. He was able to get me they changed the bread. It used to be a different kind of bread, but this one's like a nice white bread. They couldn't press it down, but it's still delicious. It's nice to have a little snack.
Yep. And it's really nice that they split it up for us so that I could get 3 just regular bread and she could have 2 of her gluten-free. It was very nice of them. They didn't have to do that, and they did it.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah. So after we had our little appetizer, just our one little beverage before dinner, we decided to go have dinner over at Steakhouse 55.
Which is located at Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah, it's at Disneyland Hotel. That's a very good, yes, that's something to say. And this is the lounge area. Our favorite guy over here is Rudy. He's almost always there. He's a really nice guy. They have a lot of just classic pictures of Walt Disney, a lot of his guests, Lucille Ball, just people
Shirley
like that.
Temple.
Yeah, Shirley Temple. There's just a tiny little seating area that I've never seen anybody sitting in, but it's there.
I think it's a really cool vibe. It's a lot. If you look at the difference between Napa Rose and this, Napa Rose just feels more Northern California, and this just feels old Hollywood. It's so, I love it.
Old Hollywood is a good way to put it. It's very dark, with like dark woods, dark colors, and just very classy. I feel like this is probably my favorite restaurant on property. I would say no doubt about it. Favorite restaurant on property.
Oh yeah, and their wine cellar is really cool. If you just take a peek of how all these beautiful wines are here.
The servers will go back there and bring you out some wine, and you got a McMurray Ranch again, right?
Yeah, Pinot Noir, Russian River.
Yeah. And
then here's the view of the menu. Everything is a la carte, so be warned. They have a really awesome risotto. It's a weekly risotto. They say seasonal, but it's weekly.
Right.
This week we didn't really prefer it.
This week it was a pastrami and Gouda risotto, and I do not like pastrami, so that was my fault. So, but we got mashed potatoes instead. We'll talk about those in a second. They bring you out a sourdough bread when you first sit down, but if you have a gluten allergy, they will bring you rolls. However,
they have the flatbread that's from Napa Rose, but here they just toast it. They don't put any butter or anything on it.
So make sure to ask for the flatbread because it's a lot better than the rolls for the gluten-free people out there. Definitely the flatbread is important. It's good. So what I got to start with was a lobster bisque soup, and here he is. They come and pour it over. There's a little bit of lobster in the middle there, and then they pour the bisque over it. And I thought it was pretty good. It's a little bit fishy, so if you don't like fishy flavors, don't go for it. I thought tonight the lobster was a little tough, but most of the time this is very delicious. It's very creamy, so be prepared for it to be rich.
Yeah. Not gluten-free.
Not gluten-free.
And then here is our ribeye with the Steakhouse 55 ribeye. So there's 55 different spices on the ribeye.
Right. The rub is important. I would say get the rub on any steak you order, probably.
It is amazing.
It's really good.
We asked for no butter on the steak just because it's rich enough.
We asked for no butter, which it always comes with a little bit of butter on it, so if you don't like that, remember to do that. And we always get it medium. I think that's the way to go. Ask for a medium. It usually comes a little bit medium rare, and that would be great. And the side that we decided to get, because I did not like pastrami,
is mashed potatoes. It comes with a gravy, so we asked for it on the side because obviously it's not gluten-free. It's like is it onion and mushroom.
Yeah, it's a mushroom gravy, which obviously you don't like mushrooms either, so.
Yeah, gross. And also to point out on the side of the steak was actually a piece of bone marrow. It's a piece of bone with bone marrow, and then there's some kind of crumbles on top. So,
not gluten-free.
Not gluten-free. So I usually try to cut on the opposite side of the steak.
Yeah, so that was Steakhouse 55. We decided not to get dessert, but they do have things like a 24-layer chocolate cake, so remember that.
And they also have a really good gluten-free brownie where they warm up with vanilla ice cream.
Right.
Now, on to Springfield.
On to Springfield. Here we are, over at Universal Studios Hollywood. They're still adding a few different details here and there, but it's mostly finished. This footage is cut with some of the stuff I got from their soft opening. So if you see a construction wall, that's what's going on. It's all open now, don't worry. They have many eateries. They have Krusty Burger, Bumblebee Man Taco Truck, Cletus Chicken Shack, Lard Lad Donut, Luigi Pizza, all sorts of things. Ice cream. Anyway, this is just a look at everything here. And they do meet and greets here. Sometimes they also have Sideshow Bob come out. So
They are tall.
they're tall. They are tall. Yeah.
If you just look at this compared to the man just standing right there,
Yeah.
I mean, Sideshow Bob is even taller than this.
And they also have the power plant, which also has a little effect associated with it. You can come over and press this button, and
coming at the top. Coming out of Good job, baby. Good job. They bouncing on Steakhouse, 37 on the track. One for small prize, still one for the drug owner. We got a lot of great games to do the best right.
so yeah, that's what the power plant does. Every now and then it'll let the smoke out. It also makes the lights flicker and things at night, so that's really cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to check that out
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. But right across the street, the Duff Brewery, Bumblebee Man's Taco Truck. There, what can you say? You can get some Duff beer, you can get some tacos,
Yeah.
and you can get some pizza over at Luigi's.
Yeah, you can actually order like whole pizzas that they deliver out to you. It looks pretty cool for a big family.
I think that's kind of the most popular thing so far. You just see a lot of people with like a big plate of pizza in front of them.
Yeah, we check out this guy right in front of us. He has
Yeah,
a big
delivering
pizza.
pizza somewhere. Yes.
Yeah. Now we're going to Krusty Burger.
Yeah.
Try it out.
So you tried out a Krusty Burger one time with the gluten-free bun.
Yeah, it was the first official day they opened, and they said they had gluten-free rolls. It was okay, not the best. They crumbled apart as soon as you try to bite into it. So maybe they got better. So we might have to try it out once they start working on it.
I think the problem with Universal is the thing with gluten-free buns is you need to warm them up. They need to be a little bit warm, otherwise they're not very good. They need that heat to them. And a lot of places at Universal don't have that. So they keep their buns cold, so that's a problem. But anyway, here's some of the area in Moe's, and they also have their love tester here, of course, and I'm a hot tamale. Don't you forget it. But all of these buildings are kind of connected to one another, but they're all separate. So here you can see this is the Cletus's chicken area, which probably is my favorite place of all of the food. And then upstairs here, they have the seating area. You can see that it's kind of themed towards the towards the eats. So here's the Cletus area, and I think this is the best themed place. There's a little spider pig right there. I don't know if you caught him. You'll see him a little bit better later. But yeah, what did you think of this theming?
I was really excited to see it. We went to Krusty's first, and I was like, "Whoa, this is super duper bright." And then you just walk across the hallway, and it's super dark, all wood, chicken wire everywhere, and it's crazy. You go from one to the other, and it's just completely different.
It's cool though. I think it's better than the Orlando counterpart, which is all just one big food court. I think it's better to have all these things kind of separate. And this is kind of Krusty's trophy room, if you will. But I couldn't really walk in there at this point because they were still working hard on this stuff, as you can see. So I kind of tried to get some close-ups of these things, but they weren't as good as I was hoping. But
the only problem that I saw between Orlando and Hollywood is just because there's different stores or different options to go into. Now there's more doors people can cut in front of you to walk
That's
into
true.
Instead of one door everybody goes in and waits. That's the only thing that I got.
And there's a close-up of Spider Pig just to show him off one real quick. I thought he was pretty awesome. So hello, Spider Pig. So here are Bumblebee Man's tacos, and I got the carne asada. I thought it was a little chewy, but overall not my favorite, but I would still go for it. We tried to get Katrina some tacos, and unfortunately the meat is not gluten-free, so you can get vegetarian nachos, but that's about it.
Right, but even then I'm not sure if that's gluten-free. They didn't really specify what is and what is not. So the only option I had was to get a chicken Caesar salad over at the French Bistro, just a little short while away from Springfield. It comes with fresh mozzarella, caramella olives, sun-dried tomatoes, and then pepperoncini with a side of Caesar dressing. All in all, it's not too bad.
Pretty good for a to-go salad.
Just be warned. I mean, Universal, it's just kind of a bummer. They don't really have a lot of gluten-free options.
Especially Springfield. Springfield is bad for gluten-free options. I want to make that clear.
Yeah, just be be warned. They do have the buns over at Krusty Burger, but not sure.
But anyway, one of the things they have over at Cletus Chicken Shack is the chicken and waffle sandwich. I decided to get one of those, and it is great. It comes with a aioli, a kind of maple mustard aioli that is kind of sweet, but adds to the savory. Comes with the waffle fries and some coleslaw. It was great. This is the best thing on the menu. The duff is good, too. I have to say, the duff is pretty good.
And it comes with the crisscross fries,
the
waffle fries.
And, of course, Lard Lad's Donuts. None of these are gluten-free either, of course, but they have a lot of flavors. Like, this is the bacon and maple, which I thought was great. I have not tried. They have Cocoa Puffs. They have Captain Crunch. They have a pink frosting. They have red velvet. They all seem good. But anyway. Here's a little deer we found on the studio tour. He's very cute.
We wanted to share.
Yeah, we wanted to share.
And our cute little duckies at the end.
Yeah. This is back at Disneyland again. But anyway, that's going to do it for our third episode of Attraction Faction. Holy moly.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you so much for watching it, everybody. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, anything you can. Anything else you want to say, Katrina?
The duckies are really cute.
They're so cute. I love it.
I'm so glad we took a detour over here to see these cute little babies. I'm sorry. I'm gushy. All right. I'm a girl. What do you want? All right. Anyway, I'm Katrina.
I'm Tyler. This has been Attraction Faction. Have a great night, everybody.